Today was a day that I had hoped wouldn't come until later in this process. It was the first day where I had to cut myself off because of the limit. So far, the other days, up until now, by the time I'd reached the limit for that day, I was done. I felt finished. I didn't feel like I needed to drink anymore. And today, I didn't feel like I desperately needed any more alcohol. But by the time I got to the limit, I could have had more. I could have, in fact, I probably would have had more if it wasn't for the fact that I had to cut myself off because of the limit. So I was hoping that this day wouldn't come till further down the line, because that means that from this point on out, this is going to start getting hard. Jack's a good friend of mine here in the Colorado Springs Furries, and we're chilling out. I have this. This is a double shot of vodka, and this represents the 17th and 18th shot that I've had today. So, as we're waiting on our food, by the way, I know a lot of you guys were concerned about yesterday because I saw the comments, but I'm feeling better today. It's really crazy because it can go from feeling just horrible for an entire day, and then you get up and you're fine. So doing great. And yeah, this is me at what, I guess 17 and a half shots or something.
Almost
like
there.
this?
You are 17 and a half.
17 and a half. Are you gonna barbecue it?
I'm a very stereotypical fox.
What?
No.
Oh God, I triggered him. I triggered the fox. Oh no. It's strange because I didn't expect any of this. It's like, I'm gonna quit boozing, and I expected everybody to go, well, it's about time, stupid fucking drunk, and you just left me alone. But no, we're going into space. Space is my favorite thing. We gotta go to space.
I'm on board.
Yep, I'm on board.
Doing it.
Totally. Right here. Bam. Yes. Oh, guys, I'm obviously feeling much better today than yesterday, and to be honest, it is in big part because of friends that I have that are helping me out. And Jax he's awesome. He's been awesome to me. I've tried to be awesome to him, and I feel so much better today. There are going to be still bad days in the future, but we're going to get through those. But for right now, for day 5, I'm feeling pretty goddamn good. And as for my last drink of the day, see you guys soon. As an alcoholic, there are many things that have been said and done to me over the years that just made me want to drink more. There are things that you can say and do to an alcoholic it's not going to help at all. Obviously, one of those things is saying things like, you really shouldn't drink that much, or you're drinking too much. That doesn't help anything. That's been said to me before, and it feels like a judgment. It feels like somebody's just judging me, like they're just saying, well, you're not as good as me. That's what it feels like when you're an alcoholic, to be you know, when somebody says, well, you shouldn't drink that much. It feels judgy, and it doesn't make a person want to stop drinking. Another thing you should never do is try to control someone's drinking, try to hide their booze from them, or, if you're in a car, riding with one and one says, hey, you want to stop off and can I grab some booze? I don't know if I should do that. I should probably bring you home. You drink too much already. If you're, if a friend is staying with you that is an alcoholic, trying to manage their booze intake, that's not good. That makes a person feel like they're being forced into something that they don't want, and it's just going to make them want to drink more. It's going to make them want to get the booze more. So that's not a good thing to do. Even though maybe it seems like it, it's not. Don't do that to alcoholics. We don't like that. Another thing you shouldn't do is don't go off reciting all the health problems that alcoholism causes. Alcoholism leads to heart disease and cancer, and don't do that. The alcoholic knows that. They already know it. They know the health risks. Everybody knows the health risks. They're not stupid. But when you sit there and you recite these things to them, it comes off like you think they're stupid. Like you think they don't know this stuff already. It's the same with somebody who, is smoking cigarettes. Going up to them and saying, that causes cancer. Who the fuck doesn't know that causes cancer? Of course they know it causes cancer. They're addicted to it. And saying stuff to them that they already know is just going to make them feel worse. It's not going to make them want to stop. And along with that, because I've had people do this to me a lot, is when people attribute every problem that I have with alcohol. I mean, it could be something as benign as having a headache. Well, you do drink a lot, so it's like, what does that have to do with the price of tea in China? It's not. I could wake up with pink eye, and somebody's gonna pop up and go, well, if you didn't drink so much. Don't do that. Not every health problem or every psychological or personal problem in an alcoholic's life is caused by alcohol. Sometimes it's just a problem, and trying to, force your message of stop drinking, through sort of just pointing out alcoholism every time they have a problem. My hand itches. Well, if you didn't drink so much, don't do that. That's just annoying. Another one that happens a lot, and this one happens to me a lot, and this one's just infuriating. It's absolutely just infuriating, is when I do something that someone doesn't like, or I say something that someone disagrees with, they blame it on alcohol. If I say something that, a political view that somebody doesn't agree with, it's, well, you're drunk. Don't fucking do that, man. Just because a person is drunk doesn't mean that their ideas are different. It doesn't mean that their political opinions are altered. Just because somebody does something that you don't agree with, or say something that you don't agree with, doesn't mean it's the booze's fault. I mean, according to these people, I'm a perfect fucking saint, because every time I do something that they don't like, it's all the alcohol's fault. Fuck that. That's infuriating. Just don't do that. Don't go up to a person and it's like, who's done something that you didn't like, or says something you don't like, and go, well, it's you're drunk, so that's probably why you're saying that. No, don't take you're stealing a person's humanity away when you do that. And you're turning that person into just an alcohol problem. Alcoholics don't want to be treated like they're an alcohol problem. They want to be treated like they're a person. My suggestion to you would be, if you know an alcoholic, you have an alcoholic in your life somewhere, Don't say any of these things. They don't help. They just serve to make a person feel more worthless and stupid and like they don't matter, like they're a problem. And like sometimes, like in the case of that last one, like they're not even really a person. And that's the reason they're drinking in the first place, most likely. So don't do that. My suggestion would be, if anything, just if you have an alcoholic in your life, make them feel like they're valuable. That's what they need. Alcoholics need to feel like they're valuable and like they're damaging something that's valuable. If not to them, then to you. That's what a lot of alcoholics need, is a feeling of value. And saying all these things that I just mentioned, those don't make you feel valuable. They don't. They make you feel worthless. And they're not good things to say to alcoholics if you want them to quit being alcoholics. So today, 18 shots. We're still on track. We're still being a success at this. It's going well. I'm a bit dubious about what's going to come up tomorrow, the next few days, because I'm having to really I'm starting to watch that count now, because there are points where obviously I'm going to have to cut myself off earlier and earlier. And I think I'm going to start seeing some very interesting effects within the next few days at the very least. So yeah, once again, you guys are amazing. All of you out there are sending in your support. I've had haters, like haters, people who've hated me, people who've trolled me and been absolute haters of mine, pop up and show support for me for quitting alcohol. They hate me, but they support me in quitting alcohol. I've never even heard of anything like that. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting ride, and we're going to see what happens next. Thank you all very much again. And we'll see what tomorrow brings.